Since gaming has exploded, the rules have changed. Every game wants to have the latest and greatest features.
Like petting the doggy. Aww.
Or how about whatever this is? Oh, actually, not sure how that got in there. Maybe not that last one, but sometimes devs rip off an entire idea, but other times games will gracefully take inspiration and masterfully build on the idea. Don't worry, Epic, we got you. We're coming at you with 10 things Fortnite should take from other games. Number 10, a second map. If you've been a fan of Fortnite since the early days of Chapter 1, you're probably more than familiar with the grueling wait that we had for a new map. Despite Epic's impressive efforts to update the island each season, many of us would only be satisfied with an all-new map to learn and explore. This feeling only grew more popular as the seasons went on, until finally, in Chapter 2, the wait was over. When the black hole swallowed the Chapter 1 map, fans around the world rejoiced knowing that they were finally getting the new map that they'd hoped for. Was it everything that we wanted and more? I think so, but I'm honestly getting more and more worried as Chapter 2 goes on. It's possible that history will repeat itself and players will once again be begging for a new map, while others are more than satisfied with the current ones. This is where a map selection feature would really come in handy. So rather than offering a single map that's updated every few months, Epic could take a page out of PUBG's book and allow players to choose the map that they want to queue for. Would this stop every complaint about the map? Of course not, but I think it'd be a significant improvement in comparison to what we have now. And so, with number 9, first person. In the modern day, if your game is known as nothing more than a first-person shooter, chances are that it's not going to get a lot of attention due to the oversaturated genre. But what if you're the developers of a worldwide phenomenon like Fortnite? Well, in this case, you pretty much have total creative freedom, and players will welcome the exploration of ideas that are new to the game, even if they're not totally original. A perfect example of this is a first-person mode, which I'm sure many of you agree would be very welcome in Fortnite. From a competitive aspect, third person is undoubtedly the way to go, but let's admit it, the amount of possibilities for stylish and impressive moments would skyrocket in a limited time mode in the first person perspective. And the thing is, we've already seen what this mode could look like in Fortnite thanks to the various glitches that have come and gone throughout the months. But with a little bit of polish, the team at Epic Games could implement this in a serious way. And of course, and maybe simplified building. I'm not saying it wouldn't be challenging, but who knows? Maybe the glitches that we've seen are due to the fact that Epic is secretly working on a first-person mode right now. And a first-person mode would be made even more immersive if we had number 8, a gas mask. At the core of every Battle Royale title, there are two main systems. Players who cannot respawn, and a play space, which is constantly forcing players to engage. But if players are given defensive and offensive items to combat each other, why does Fortnite not offer the same for its Storm Circle? In the past, we've seen items that implement this idea in similar forms, like the throwable storm flip that inverted an area of the storm. But this is really overcomplicating a simple idea, and I think it's time that Epic takes notes from their biggest competition at the moment, Call of Duty Warzone. Warzone offers a gas mask item for players to temporarily escape the damaging effects of its gas. In this case, however, it would be the storm, but it's balanced in the sense that it doesn't allow players to camp in the gas. However, it still offers a counter to an otherwise unbeatable mechanic. With a map as large as the Chapter 2 map and a circle as unforgiving as the storm, it makes a lot of sense for Epic to add an item which functions similarly while fitting the theme of the game, be it a raincoat or something entirely different. And speaking of fitting a theme, let's move on to number 7, challenge cosmetics. If there's one thing many modern games lack, it's that incredible sense of gratification that you receive after spending hours grinding for a specific unlock. A perfect example of this is Call of Duty. There are few things in life more satisfying than finally unlocking that gold camo for getting hundreds of headshots with your favorite weapon. Road to Master Prestige, baby! In Fortnite, these fulfilling moments are almost entirely absent due to the focus on the item shop and pays cosmetics. Sure, each season you spend an hour or two going for a victory royale, but what if Epic were to expand on this idea? Imagine each season introduces multiple new long-term challenges with real rewards for completing them. Got 100 wins this season? Here's your gold umbrella. Got 1,000 headshots with the assault rifle? Here's an exclusive animated wrap. The possibilities are endless, Epic. Listen, the hardcore fanbase loves limited edition and challenge items that only show up once or are extremely hard to get. And I get a system like this may not appeal to casual players, but it's certain to keep those dedicated players coming back each day to grind out challenges. And if you ask me, there's literally no downsides to this idea. We can only hope that Epic implements it at some point, and the cosmetics shouldn't stop there as we talk about number 6, old cosmetics. With Fortnite's emphasis on its massive library of cosmetic items, it's no surprise that some items are considered to be rare and valuable due to the age of the item. Sometimes there's even items which are available exclusively during a specific time period and then are never released again. This system is great for players who have been a part of the game for quite some time, but it's very demotivating for newer players who would love to have certain items but simply can't due to these reasons. The best solution to this problem would be a recurring limited time event that allows players to earn the items that they're interested in no matter when they were released. This idea is actually found in games like Overwatch, where once a year, players are given the opportunity to grab the loot that they've always wanted. Copying Overwatch's anniversary idea would ensure that players who were among the first to get rare items would still find value in their inventory, while also allowing new players to get the items that they so desire. It's really a win-win if you ask me, though I'm sure this will be a rather controversial idea, which is why we should move on to number 5, kill cams. Let's be real, we all have those moments where it feels like you were completely ripped off in a gunfight and the enemy definitely does not deserve the elimination. Whether it be lag or a cheater, it's frustrating, and this is only made worse by the fact that there's no way to get an instant replay of the moment to see what exactly happened. While replay mode exists, it's far from a solution to the issue. And this is why I feel like Epic needs a kill cam system like the one found in Call of Duty or Apex Legends, for example. Kill cams provide an instant and easy to understand way for players to get a replay of exactly what went wrong without the need to back out of the lobby, load your replay file, and skip all the way to the end just to see that the default skin peeked from the angle that you weren't watching. A feature such as this would have a significant and positive impact on the overall health of the game. Kill cams allow players to easily critique their decision making, thus improving their game sense, and this is especially true for new players who can watch the kill cam of a player who's better than them to improve and adapt. Cypher PK, adapt and overcome, baby. And speaking of adapting, the game would be changed massively if this next thing was added. Let's talk about number 4, proximity chat. The year is 2020, and I think we can all agree that gaming is and will continue to be at an all-time high in terms of popularity. However, people have significantly changed over the last decade, and games have been adapted to this change. Because of this, many of the staples of gaming have been lost with time. The most apparent of which is the social aspect that peaked during the Xbox 360 days. A few games such as PUBG have tried to revive this idea with a feature called proximity chat, which allows players to communicate in-game even if they're hiding away in a Discord call with their friends. It's similar to the game chat that we know today, except that you can communicate with enemy players and talk The Battle Royale genre that is Fortnite is the perfect environment for proximity chat. However, as much as it pains me to admit, it's unlikely that we'll see this feature as it opens a new avenue for toxic players. This is a big issue for family-oriented games like Fortnite, so I wouldn't hold your breath waiting for this idea. So wait for this idea instead. It's time for number 3, free-for-all or TDM with no building. Okay, so at its core, Fortnite is more than just another Battle Royale title, thanks to its unique and innovative building system. Arguably, building is what made Fortnite stand out from the rest and become the game that it is today. But have you ever wondered, what if you remove building? Crazy, I know. It's no secret that to new players, building is extremely intimidating and is often one of the last things that a noob learns when experiencing the game. Now, you might not want to admit it, but even all of us OG players out there used to hardly even build ramps back in the early days. Do you guys remember shotgun jumping battles with attack shotgun? This is exactly why I'd like to encourage Epic to add a free-for-all or team deathmatch mode, which doesn't feature any sort of building mechanics. No building, no pickaxing, none of it, just pure gunplay. This would allow new players to learn the game without getting the Empire State Building built on top of them by some kid who hasn't showered in a week. More than that, it would add more variety to the game, even for veteran players. Just think about how different Fortnite would be if there were no building. Or maybe how different it would be if we had number 2, melee weapons. At the time of this video, there are 12 primary weapons with over 40 rarity variants in Fortnite. But despite this massive loot pool, many players feel that there's just something missing when it comes to weapon variety.
And if you got a huge brain like me,
the first thing that should come to your mind is melee weapons. And yes, technically every player is equipped with a pickaxe at all times. But that thing is useless if you're challenging a player with even the worst of the normal weapons. Fortnite needs lootable melee weapons which will replace the pickaxe slot of your inventory. A shovel, a baseball bat, you name it. As long as it does enough damage that it's a viable option against players with weapons, I'm all for it. And maybe it wouldn't even be off the start, so you have to find them the same way that you do loot, but it replaces the pickaxe slot. This simple addition would allow for moments ranging from 500 IQ plays to hilarious fails, while also also adding an all-new playstyle to the game. This minor increase in variety is exactly what Fortnite needs, and we can only hope to see it in a future update. Let's end on number 1, a zombies mode. Love it or hate it, before the sensation that is Battle Royale existed in Fortnite, there was Save the World, a PvE-based building survival mode. As time went on, this mode became nothing more than the foundation for the experience that the vast majority of players enjoy, most of which have completely forgotten of its existence. This creates the perfect opportunity to rework the Save the World mode into a new survival experience, similar to the Zombies mode found in the Call of Duty series. This would be the perfect way for players to relax and have fun with their friends while still staying in the Fortnite universe. And best of all, the foundation for the mode is already there. This means that it would be a relatively easy addition for the team over at Epic. Save the world walks so that Battle Royale can run. And I think it's time that we give the spiritual successor the respect it deserves. If you want to see some of these new features in Fortnite, like this video so Epic Games can see it.
Subscribe now.
And check out this video right here. This has been Sam, and I do hope that you keep it right here on Top 5 Gaming. Bye-bye.